Darlings, is that sedition in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Oh, dolls, it's so good to see you. Thank you for coming to my kitchen. Feels like the 1960s. I had to go down to my bomb shelter. All these crazy things went on in Washington, D.C. And I filmed these early, so I never know what's coming up in the week ahead. What a week we had. Who knows what's coming up? Oh, but I wanted to show you this lovely little outfit. It's so cute. But I also need to use up some of my pandemic panic purchases, including 45 cans of tuna. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to make delicious, well, two special things. One from a kind of a classy cookbook, and I'm not sure it's a classy recipe, but the other one is I can't wait to make the joy of cooking. It's a tuna noodle casserole, a little twist from Tara. Darlings, this book has been through the ringer, hasn't it? It's all coming apart because I use it so much because I love it. Alright, it's the advanced, or it's the newer copy. I'm not sure how new it is, but it's one that I've had for several years. Who got this for me? Oh, my dad. Thank you, Dad. He hoards lots of things, thank goodness. He also buys me beautiful cookbooks. But anyway, enough about that. So this tuna noodle casserole is special. I love it. You know, it's essentially like a bechamel sauce. I say I do that all the time. So we're not using canned soups, alright? We're going to elevate it. It's elevated. It's an elevated recipe. I just love, okay? So we have this big pan, and we're going to mix it up with some vegetables, some things that you might normally put in there, like frozen peas, which I am going to keep. We're also going to start simmering. We're sauteing some onions, and I'm going to use a little bit of this zucchini that I had in the refrigerator. I just want to get rid of it, so we're going to saute this, and about half a stick of butter. Darlings, let's get to making this. I'm so excited you're here for this classic recipe. It's comfort food, because who knows when the world's going to end these days. All right, might as well eat what we have. And let's come down to this pan. Let's look here. It's empty. Isn't that beautiful? We're just going to toss that half a stick of butter, right? Because nothing says delicious and healthy like butter. But you know what we say? It's better than margarine, because margarine is what? One step away from plastic. And I hear that butter start to sizzle. So let's go ahead and toss these onions in here. Delicious. And I'm going to toss about half of this zucchini in, all right? Because I don't want to use all of it because I have a special recipe, something else we're going to use with the tuna coming up in just a second. So we're just going to saute these vegetables. So what I'm not using mushrooms in this one. I'm not using green pepper. I'm using the zucchini and the onion. And I also have a handy dandy little bag of frozen peas we're going to toss in there. We're going to saute this until they're all nice and translucent, about 5 minutes. And we're going to come back, we're going to add a little sauce to it. Alright, we're going to add some delicious spices. This is where I'm going to have variations, go a little on my own little gay little path forward for this recipe. I'm adding some different things, right? So we have some fresh thyme from the garden. I'm just going to pick these leaves off and just shred them in here. It's delicious. I have a ton of it. I just love thyme. So be delicious herb from the garden. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to add the juice of 2 lemons in here too, just to brighten it up a little bit. Just the juice of 2 little lemons, right? We're going to squeeze that in here. Let's come down and watch this. Oh, isn't that just sensuous? All right, so I'll keep squeezing those lemons as well as I get those in there. I just want to give you an idea of what I'm doing. And then, you know what I need? Well, let's put some wine in here. Let's dump some wine in there. It's about 15 ounces. I'm just joking. It's like half a cup of wine, all right? And then we're just going to saute this down, let this cook just a little bit, let it absorb the wine, let all these flavors, and then we're going to turn it into a bechamel sauce in just a second. All right, we have some flour. We're going to toss this into these little vegetables here. They're nice and bubbly. We'll see if this works. I should have done this earlier and put it in there when it was just butter. But you know what? We're just going to stir in this so it doesn't get lumpy. We're just going to stir this in, and we're going to cook it. This is about a 1/4 cup of flour. And we're going to cook it for a minute. All right, we're going to cook it for a minute. And we're going to take it off the heat, and then we're going to whisk, I love that word. We're going to whisk in 2½ cups of this whole milk. And that's just going to make a delicious cream. And while that's cooking down for 10 minutes, I have this pot boiling. We're going to make some delicious egg noodles. We're going to have a delicious salad. We don't have time for salad. Casserole in just a few minutes. Okay, we're going to assemble this delicious recipe. What I love about making your own little cream of whatever soup you want for this is you can adjust the seasonings. If you want to add curry powder to that, you can do that. If you want to add more salt, less salt, you can do that too. But we're going to add this cheese, all right? We're just going to dump this cheese in here. Oh, it's delicious. This is about a cup of shredded cheddar cheese. It's fresh. If you want some smoky flavor, you can smoke cheddar cheese. All right, we're just going to whisk that in there and let that melt, all right? Come look at this. Look at that. It's going to be creamy, cheesy deliciousness, all right? But while that is melting, dolls, all right? We have to do tuna. Okay, so the recipe in this Joy of Cooking, this Joy of Cooking cookbook is not from 1960, right? But it says 2 6-ounce cans of tuna. And I looked at this little tuna can, and guess what? Capitalism, it's 5 ounces, all right? So they took 1 ounce away from us, so we're just going to flake this in here. So instead of just 2, I'm going to be decadent. Decadent also because I have to get rid of this. I'm going to use 3 cans of tuna. All right, so we have 3 cans of tuna. put this in here, we flake it. They're very strict in the direction. Do not mince it. Do not mince the tuna. Just put it in here. All right, look at this. Look at how delightful this is. Look at this pile of meat things. All right, tuna. Some of it's pink, some of it's white. Well, one is higher quality. One of these is Trader Joe's version, so that's probably delicious, delicious, delicious. All right, and then we're going to dump this cheesy sauce right in here. Now, this is a tricky part because Mama has gloves that could melt with the heat. We're just going to dump this in here. Ooh, look at that. I'm blocking your view. How strong Mama is too. It's a 45-pound cast iron pan, darlings. All right, and then we're just gonna douse these noodles in here. These are all these delicious, delicious egg noodles. Oh, this bowl might not be big enough. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, I'm getting in your face. I'm gonna get in your way. Excuse me, darlings. We're so close. I'm just gonna stir this up. Look at this. Come here. Look at this. Let's watch the magic happen together, darlings. Oh yes. And then just gonna mix this until it's well combined. All right, and we're gonna put it in a nice buttered dish, and then I'm going to top it with some saltine crackers. They said breadcrumbs, and then I'm going to drizzle olive oil so it gets crispy. Just smash these crackers, right? Smash these crackers, and coming up, we're going to have a delicious, delicious new recipe with tuna. It's a bonus tuna recipe. All right, 2 for 1 today. This is going to be a treason tuna tartare. I'm kidding. I wanted to find something of the era of this gorgeous ensemble that I'm wearing. I found this James Beard cookbook. I had no idea I had it. 1961. Perfect. Oh, and I was like, do they have something with canned tuna? James Beard, he's fancy. Restaurant awards are named after him. It's going to be all fancy, fancy. It's not. I did find one. This is called, I would say, Scalloped Tuna. It's Scalloped Tuna, right? Scalloped Tuna. It's very, very simple. Just come down here, look at all these ingredients we have. Basically, it's 2 cans of tuna chunks, but because of capitalism, we'll use 3. And we have coarse cracker crumbs and celery and garlic and onions that are chopped, and essentially just combine it all in a bowl, all right? So we have this. We have, come closer. Don't be afraid of me. I know I'm gorgeous. Now come down here, look at this. We have so we're not using celery because why? Because I have all of these extra vegetables in my refrigerator. So we're using this onion, which they call for, and we also have this squash. And then we have these breadcrumbs we're going to put in here. All right, we're going to combine that, and we're going to mix that with 1 stick, pardon me, doll, 1 stick of melted butter, and then 2 scrambled eggs, 2 cloves of garlic, and salt and pepper. And that's it. You're going to mix it all together. You don't have to cook. So you're going to do this. Oh, we're going to do this. Oh, and we're going to put the tuna in there. And we're going to put it in this buttered dish right here. And we're going to put this in the oven at the same time. We put that tuna casserole in there. So it's tons of tuna for you to just enjoy. So my tower of tuna cans, those are whittling away. We've made all these delicious things. I can't wait to put it in the oven. Let's look here at this top of the oven here. So I haven't put this in yet. This is the tuna noodle casserole, delicious cracker crumbs on top, and I douse that with a nice spread of olive oil so it gets crunchy, crunchy, crispy, crispy. And this is the scalloped tuna. I don't know how that's going to turn out, friends. We'll just have to taste it, see how it goes. So basically the oven is at 350 degrees. One of these cooks at 350, one cooks at 375. They're both about 30 minutes. So we're just going to put them both in the oven together around 350 and see what happens. I have a delicious, delicious tuna tasting test. Doesn't this just look delicious? Let's come back down here and look at this. So this is the tuna noodle casserole. This is that little scalloped tuna. Let's taste it, see what this tastes like. Those vegetables. Mmm. That's delicious. Delectable, delightful. I love that. Maybe a little bit more salt will be there. Let's try the tuna noodle casserole. Mmm. Oh. They're both delightful. So, if you're like me, looking for ways to use up your 45 cans of tuna that you have pandemically purchased, all right, both of these recipes work. Delightful. They're a little bit different. They're tasty, tasty, tasty. I can't wait until I can take this to the ladies' auxiliary. I think they'll be impressed. So, there's so much going on in the world. I've talked about that quite a bit, these little videos. I think I've said that every single video going on, right, since I started these things last summer. But there is an awful lot. There's sedition, there's treason, there's shame stains all over the place. Terrible, horrible people that need to have consequences. So I'm just preemptively saying that because who knows what's going to come up in the week ahead, all right? But I hope that you stay safe. I hope you know that you are glorious, you are beautiful, you are loved. And I can't wait till you join me next time in my kitchen.